Welcome back to ZE Coins. Today's story is about one such piece of American pocket change that hides a surprising narrative behind its modest size. This video dives deep into the fascinating world of the United States of America 1996 P Mint Mark Roosevelt 1 dime coin, a coin that represents far more than 10 cents. It represents history, precision, rarity, and a level of value that can shock even seasoned collectors. This is not just a story about money. It is a story about how everyday objects can transform into priceless artifacts, how timing and condition matter, and how a tiny detail like a mint mark can completely change a coin's destiny. Stay with me as we uncover the background, design, minting process, collector interest, and the reasons why this particular Roosevelt dime has captured so much attention. Historical background of the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in the mid-20th century as a tribute to President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, one of the most influential leaders in American history. Roosevelt's connection to the March of Dimes campaign made him a natural choice for the 10-cent coin. When the design was first released, it symbolized hope, recovery, and resilience during challenging times for the nation. By the time the 1996 edition was struck, the Roosevelt dime had already become a familiar and trusted part of everyday American commerce. Millions of these coins circulated daily, used in vending machines, parking meters, and cash registers across the country. Yet within that massive production, certain coins stood apart due to subtle details, exceptional quality, or unique circumstances surrounding their creation. The significance of the P Mint Mark. The P Mint mark represents the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most respected mints in the United States. Philadelphia has a long legacy of producing coins that define American currency standards. A P Mint mark on a Roosevelt dime indicates that the coin was struck at this historic facility. While many Philadelphia minted dimes were produced in large quantities, not all were created equal. Differences in striking pressure, die condition, and quality control can result in coins that stand far above the average. Collectors pay close attention to these details, especially when examining coins from the Philadelphia Mint, because this mint has produced some of the most desirable and valuable modern-era coins. Design details that define the coin. On the obverse side of the 1996 P Roosevelt dime, the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt stands proud and dignified. His calm expression, strong jawline, and neatly combed hair are rendered with fine detail. The inscriptions include his name and the motto that reflects American values, reinforcing the coin's national identity. The reverse side features a torch at the center, flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch. The torch symbolizes liberty, the olive branch represents peace, and the oak branch signifies strength and independence. Together, these elements create a powerful visual message. When struck with exceptional clarity, every line of the torch and every leaf on the branches can be sharply defined, elevating the coin from ordinary to extraordinary. The importance of condition and preservation. One of the most critical factors in determining a coin's worth is its condition. Coins that have never entered circulation, often referred to as mint state examples, retain their original luster, sharp details, and flawless surfaces. For a 1996 P Roosevelt dime, achieving a high grade requires near perfection. Even the smallest scratch, dull spot, or weak strike can drastically reduce a coin's desirability. On the other hand, a coin that appears as if it just left the mint press can attract serious attention from collectors. Preservation plays a massive role, and coins that have been carefully stored away from moisture, air, and handling often emerge decades later in astonishing condition. Why collectors are fascinated by this dime? Collectors are drawn to stories, and this coin tells a compelling one. It comes from a modern era, which makes its potential value even more intriguing. Many people assume that only ancient or very old coins can be valuable, but this dime challenges that belief. The fascination also comes from the hunt. The idea that such a valuable coin could still be hiding in collections, rolls, or forgotten storage boxes fuels excitement. For collectors, discovering a pristine example of this dime feels like uncovering a hidden chapter of American numismatic history. Rarity beyond mintage and numbers. While production numbers alone might suggest that the coin is common, true rarity goes beyond how many were made. Rarity also depends on how many survive in exceptional condition. Over time, most coins suffer wear, damage, or loss. Only a tiny fraction remain in top-tier condition. This is where the 1996 P. Roosevelt dime becomes truly special. High-grade examples are extraordinarily difficult to find. The combination of sharp strike, flawless surfaces, and strong original luster elevates the coin into a category that few modern dimes ever reach. The role of grading and AUTHNTCTON professional grading plays a vital role in establishing trust and value in the coin market. Expert graders examine coins under magnification, assessing every detail from surface quality to strike strength. A top-grade designation can instantly transform a coin's reputation. For this dime, professional authentication confirms that it is genuine and that its condition meets the highest standards. This process reassures collectors and investors alike, making the coin more desirable and more competitive in the market. Modern coins as serious investments. In recent years, modern coins have gained respect as legitimate investment pieces. Collectors have realized that scarcity in high-grade examples can drive dramatic increases in value. The 1996 P. Roosevelt dime fits perfectly into this trend. Its appeal crosses multiple audiences, from traditional numismatists to investors looking for tangible assets. This broad interest contributes to its remarkable worth and solidifies its place among the most talked about modern American coins. Emotional and historical value. Beyond numbers and grades, this coin carries emotional weight. It represents American history, craftsmanship, and the idea that something small can hold immense significance. For some, it is a reminder of a particular era. For others, it is proof that careful attention to detail can reveal hidden treasures. Holding such a coin connects the present to the past, linking everyday life with national heritage. That connection adds a layer of value that cannot be measured solely in monetary terms. Final THUGHTS The United States of America 1996 P. Mint Mark Roosevelt 1 dime coin is far more than spare change. It is a symbol of history, precision, rarity, and discovery. Its journey from the Philadelphia Mint to becoming a highly sought-after collectible shows how extraordinary value can emerge from the most unexpected places. We are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2001 P. Mint Mark Roosevelt dime, uncovering why this coin captures attention, how it fits into American numismatic history, and why collectors around the world are talking about it. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you may never look at a dime the same way again. A brief look at the Roosevelt dime legacy. To truly appreciate the 2001 P. Roosevelt dime, we must first step back in time. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in the mid-20th century as a tribute to President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, a leader whose influence shaped modern America. His role in guiding the nation through economic hardship and global conflict made him an enduring symbol of strength and hope. The dime bearing his portrait became more than just currency. It became a moving memorial carried in pockets, purses, and collections across the country. By the time the 2001 edition was minted, the Roosevelt dime had already become a familiar and trusted piece of American coinage. Yet familiarity does not mean lack of significance. Each year, subtle changes in production quality, mint conditions, and collector demand create unique stories for coins that might otherwise seem identical. Understanding the 2001 P. Mint Mark. The P. Mint Mark indicates that this dime was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most historic and respected mints in the United States. Philadelphia has been at the heart of American coin production for generations, known for precision, craftsmanship, and massive output. In 2001, the mint continued its tradition, producing millions of Roosevelt dimes intended for everyday circulation. However, within these large production runs, certain coins stand out. These may feature exceptional strike quality, near-perfect surfaces, or rare characteristics that elevate them far above ordinary examples. For collectors, the P. Mint Mark is not just a letter. It is a clue, a starting point for deeper investigation. Design details that matter. The obverse of the 2001 P. Roosevelt dime features the familiar left-facing portrait of President Roosevelt. The details of his hair, facial features, and expression are critical when evaluating the coin. Sharp definition, smooth fields, and minimal marks can dramatically increase desirability. The inscriptions surrounding the portrait, including the country name and the motto, must be crisp and clear to attract high-level collectors. On the reverse, the torch flanked by olive and oak branches represents liberty, peace, and strength. The clarity of the torch lines and the leaves is especially important. Coins with full, well-defined details on the reverse often stand apart from weaker strikes, even within the same year and mint. Why condition changes everything in the world of coin collecting. Condition is king. Two coins from the same year and mint can have vastly different worth based purely on preservation. A circulated dime that has passed through countless hands tells one kind of story. But an uncirculated or exceptionally preserved specimen tells another entirely. The 2001 Roosevelt dime becomes especially intriguing when found in top-tier condition. Coins that appear almost flawless under magnification, with brilliant luster and no visible wear, can reach levels of desirability that surprise many people outside the hobby. These are the coins that grading services carefully examine and certify, often placing them into protective holders that preserve their condition for future generations. The role of professional grading. Professional grading plays a massive role in determining a coin's place in the collector market. Third-party grading companies evaluate coins based on strict standards, assigning grades that reflect strike quality, surface preservation, and overall eye appeal. For the 2001 Roosevelt dime, achieving a top grade is no small feat. High-grade examples are rare not because the coins themselves were not produced, but because very few survived in pristine condition. Tiny contact marks, storage issues, or handling mistakes can all lower a coin's grade. This scarcity at the top is what fuels excitement and competition among collectors. Collector demand and market psychology. The value of any collectible is driven not only by rarity, but by desire. Roosevelt dimes have a strong following, especially among collectors who build complete date and mint mark sets. When a specific coin becomes known for exceptional quality or scarcity at high grades, demand can rise rapidly. The 2001 Roosevelt dime fits into this category when it appears in extraordinary condition. Collectors seeking the best of the best may compete fiercely to secure such a coin, pushing its worth far beyond what most people would ever expect from a dime. Modern coins with surprising stories. Many people assume that only ancient or very old coins can be valuable. Modern coins, especially those from the early 2000s, are often dismissed as too recent to matter. But numismatics regularly proves this assumption wrong. Modern issues can become highly sought after due to limited top-grade survivors, production quirks, or sudden surges in collector interest. The 2001 Roosevelt dime serves as a perfect example of how a modern coin can transform from everyday money into a prized collectible. Its story challenges the idea that age alone determines importance. Why this coin captures attention today? So why is this particular dime generating so much interest now? The answer lies in the intersection of condition, rarity, collector competition, and growing awareness. As more collectors focus on registry sets and top population coins, attention shifts toward examples that stand above the rest. Social media, online auctions, and YouTube channels have also played a role in shining a spotlight on coins that were once overlooked. When collectors see what is possible, curiosity turns into demand, and demand reshapes the market. A message to new and experienced collectors: whether you are new to coin collecting or have been in the hobby for decades, the 2001 Roosevelt dime offers an important lesson. Never underestimate the potential hiding in plain sight. Coins you handle every day may carry hidden stories and unexpected worth. For new collectors, this dime is a reminder to learn, observe, and ask questions. For experienced collectors, it reinforces the value of patience, knowledge, and attention to detail. Every coin has a journey, and some journeys are more extraordinary than others. Final thoughts and the big reveal as we come to the end of this deep dive. Remember how this story began. A small silver coin, easily ignored, transformed through history, craftsmanship, and collector passion into something remarkable. The 2001 Mint Mark Roosevelt dime stands as a symbol of how ordinary objects can achieve extraordinary status. Video is dedicated to a modern American coin that has captured the imagination of collectors, investors, and everyday people who never thought a small dime could carry such a powerful story. We are diving deep into the United States of America 2014 Mint Mark Roosevelt 1 dime coin. This is not just loose change. This is a symbol of American legacy, precision minting, and hidden potential that continues to spark curiosity across the numismatic world. Stay with me until the very end of this video, because what you are about to learn may completely change the way you look at the coins in your pocket. The Roosevelt dime legacy. The Roosevelt dime is one of the most iconic coins in United States history. Introduced in 1946, this coin was created to honor President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, a leader remembered for guiding the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. His strong connection to the March of Dimes campaign made the dime a perfect tribute to his legacy. By the time the 2014 Mint Mark Roosevelt dime was produced, the design had already become a familiar and trusted symbol of American currency. Yet every year, subtle details, minting conditions, and historical context give each release its own unique identity. Understanding the P Mint Mark. The P Mint Mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, the first and oldest mint in the United States. Coins produced here are known for their high standards, precision, and historical significance. In 2014, the Philadelphia Mint continued its long tradition of excellence, striking Roosevelt dimes that met strict quality guidelines. Collectors often pay close attention to mint marks because they help identify where a coin was made and sometimes hint at rarity, demand, or special production characteristics. The presence of the P Mint mark instantly places this dime within a powerful lineage of American coinage. The design details that matter on the obverse side of the 2014 P Roosevelt dime, we see a left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt. The detail in his facial features, hair, and expression reflects decades of refined engraving techniques. The word liberty appears boldly, symbolizing freedom and democratic values. The phrase "In God We Trust" reinforces the spiritual foundation of the nation, while the date 2014 marks its place in modern history. Turning to the reverse, the torch stands tall at the center, representing liberty. It is flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength and independence. The words United States of America and one dime frame the design, creating a balanced and meaningful composition that speaks volumes despite the coin's small size. Metal composition and modern signification. The 2014 Roosevelt dime is composed of a copper core with a nickel outer layer. While it does not contain precious metals like silver, its value does not rely solely on metal content. In modern numismatics, factors such as condition, rarity, errors, historical timing, and collector demand can elevate a coin far beyond its face value. This is where many people make a mistake. They assume only gold or silver coins matter. In reality, modern coins like this dime can become incredibly important when they meet specific criteria that collectors actively seek. Why 2014 is a year 2 RMEMBR. The year 2014 sits at an interesting point in American history. It reflects a time of technological growth, global shifts, and renewed interest in collectibles and alternative investments. Coins minted during this period often find themselves re-examined years later as collectors search for overlooked treasures. The 2014 P Roosevelt dime represents this era perfectly. It is modern enough to be widely recognized, yet old enough to have established its place in the collecting community. This combination makes it especially intriguing for both new and experienced collectors. Condition and preservation. One of the most critical aspects of a coin's worth is its condition. A coin that has never circulated, has sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong original luster can stand apart dramatically from worn examples. Preservation plays a massive role in how a coin is perceived and valued. Coins that have been carefully stored, protected from moisture, scratches, and environmental damage often attract serious attention. In the case of the 2014 P Roosevelt dime, pristine condition elevates its status and transforms it from ordinary change into a conversation-worthy collectible. The collector psychology. Collectors are driven by more than logic. Emotion, nostalgia, completion goals, and the thrill of discovery all play a role. Some collectors focus on completing full date and mint mark sets. Others search for standout examples that represent perfection in modern minting. The 2014 P Roosevelt dime fits beautifully into both approaches. It completes modern series collections while also standing strong as an individual coin when found in exceptional condition. This dual appeal increases its desirability in the market. Hidden stories and coin hunting. One of the most exciting aspects of modern coin collecting is the idea that valuable coins may still be hiding in plain sight. Bank rolls, inherited collections, and forgotten drawers sometimes reveal surprises that defy expectations. The idea that a simple dime could hold extraordinary worth fuels endless coin hunts across the country. This sense of possibility keeps collectors engaged and constantly searching, hoping to uncover something truly special. Why this coin captures attention. Today, the 2014 P. Roosevelt dime stands as a reminder that value is not always obvious. It represents craftsmanship, history, and the evolving nature of collecting. As interest in modern coins continues to grow, attention naturally turns toward pieces that were once overlooked. This dime symbolizes that shift. It challenges assumptions and encourages people to look closer, learn more, and appreciate the deeper stories behind everyday objects. Final thoughts for collectors and viewers. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or someone who has never looked twice at a dime, this coin offers an important lesson. Knowledge changes perspective. When you understand the story, the mint, the design, and the context, even the smallest coin can feel extraordinary. The 2014 P. Mint Mark Roosevelt 1 dime is not just currency. It is a piece of American identity, frozen in metal, waiting for those who recognize its significance. Today's story is about one such coin, the United States of America 2021 P. Mint Mark Roosevelt 1 dime. This is not just a coin. It is a symbol of legacy, precision, and the hidden world of modern numismatics. In the vast universe of coin collecting, most people assume that only ancient coins or centuries-old relics hold real value. But modern coins can surprise even seasoned collectors. The 2021 P. Roosevelt dime stands as proof that even a coin from our recent past can spark intense curiosity. This dime represents a perfect intersection of American history, minting technology, and the unpredictable factors that turn everyday money into a collector's dream. To truly understand the 2021 P dime, we must step back in time. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, shortly after the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Roosevelt was not only a four-term president but also a key figure in leading America through the Great Depression and World War II. He was also instrumental in founding the March of Dimes, a campaign that fought polio, the disease that personally affected him. Placing Roosevelt's image on the dime was not random, it was deeply symbolic. The obverse of the Roosevelt dime features a left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt. His expression is calm yet resolute, capturing leadership and quiet strength. On the coin, you will find the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year 2021. The reverse displays a torch flanked by olive and oak branches, representing liberty, peace, and strength. These design elements remain consistent, yet every year brings subtle differences in strike quality and finish. The letter P on this dime indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most historic mints in the United States. The Philadelphia Mint is known for its high production volume and advanced minting techniques. However, even with cutting-edge technology, perfection is never guaranteed. Minor variations, die conditions, and striking anomalies can transform an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. The year 2021 was unlike any other. The United States, and the world, were navigating a post-pandemic environment. Supply chains were disrupted, staffing levels fluctuated, and mints operated under unique conditions. These factors can subtly affect coin production. For collectors, years like 2021 are fascinating because they often produce coins with distinctive characteristics, whether in strike sharpness, surface quality, or rare minting irregularities. Millions of 2021 P. Roosevelt dimes entered circulation. Most were spent, saved, or overlooked. The majority remain worth only face value in everyday condition. But collectors know that value is not about quantity alone. It is about condition, rarity within the population, and unique features that set a coin apart. High-grade examples, especially those with flawless surfaces and sharp details, exist in much smaller numbers than people realize. In numismatics, condition is everything. A coin preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition tells a different story than one worn by years of use. Professional grading services examine coins under magnification, searching for scratches, marks, and imperfections. A near-perfect or perfect specimen from 2021, especially one displaying exceptional luster and strike quality, instantly enters a different category of desirability. One of the most exciting aspects of modern coin collecting is error coins. These include off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, or unusual planchet issues. While extremely rare, such errors can occur even in modern minting. When a 2021 P. Roosevelt dime displays a dramatic and authenticated error combined with top-tier condition, its story changes completely. Suddenly, it is no longer just a dime, it becomes a unique artifact. Value is not created in isolation. It is shaped by demand, perception, and competition. When collectors recognize a coin as rare or special, interest grows. Auctions, private sales, and registry competitions drive attention toward the finest known examples. The idea that a modern dime could command extraordinary interest fuels excitement and speculation within the hobby. Coins are more than metal. They are storytellers. A 2021 P. Roosevelt dime represents modern America, advanced minting, and a year that will be remembered in history books. When combined with rarity, condition, and narrative, the coin becomes emotionally powerful. Collectors are not just buying metal, they are investing in a story frozen in time. Coins like this are often carefully stored in protective holders, shielded from air, moisture, and handling. Preservation ensures that future generations can admire the coin exactly as it was struck. Over time, as fewer perfect examples remain, the significance of surviving specimens grows stronger. So the next time you see a small dime, pause for a moment. Think about the hands it passed through, the machines that struck it, and the year it represents. The 2021 P. Mint Mark Roosevelt dime reminds us that extraordinary value can hide in plain sight. It teaches us that history is not only ancient, it is also modern, waiting to be discovered.